Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So one of the aspects that I kind of haven't actually really done or gotten around to with Sunbreak, despite like Title Update 2 and last episode, just Crimson Glow Volstrax, there's a lot of stuff with the anomaly or afflicted monsters to go into, like the investigations and stuff. I'm just going to collect one of the event quests here. And that's it. Yeah, so I haven't really gone into that much. I just did one of the investigations on my own time, and I think this is like follow-up just to go through a little bit more of the details regarding it. So I figured I would show it off to you guys in video with me as well. I know it's probably a lot later than it should be, but at least it's included. And there's some small things I want to talk about with Sunbreak, so it's might not be like a hunt episode, but it's going to be like a discussion with Sunbreak in a way. So, for Bahari here, thanks for getting the ball rolling on those investigations. Looks like there's more available too. Good, good. Each investigation will have different content, so try out as many as you can. Remember, the more data, the better. By the way, did you get some investigation coins? Hey, just a little something for me to say thanks. You can use them here to exchange for items, and as the research progresses, more items will become available. Oh, one more thing. Priority monsters will post as research requests. Keep an eye on those, as they'll rotate regularly. Well, thanks again. Okay, so investigation coins obtained from anomaly investigations can be exchanged for useful items at the Anomaly Research Lab. More items will be added to the lineup as you hunt specific monsters. You'll even find curious crafting materials among them, so be sure to check it out once you have some investigation coins. Anomaly Research Lab posts research requests to advance anomaly research. Completing them provide bonuses to research points after completing a certain number, or can report Bahari collect rewards. Target monster and other research conditions will change after completing a certain number of quests. So just that. Yeah, so item exchange, what do we got here? A few basic things, but then we get into some interesting stuff, which are, you can actually use the coins to get the rarest materials from monsters, which is something I do have to say I quite like. Because one of the things about Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak is that these rarest materials can be a real pain to farm. Unlike World and Iceborne that had the investigation system, which I actually do really wish would be a staple come back, where you'd have, like, the bronze, silver, and gold rewards for certain monster quests, or for those investigation quests. This is a good way to work at building up towards and earning it, so it's something to kind of take along. Okay, there is a little bit of curious crafting, which we'll probably get into this episode as well, but this is just a way to kind of show all this stuff off. And yeah, so if I do need any rare materials that I don't have, this is a way. It does take quite a bit of the coins, so I have to imagine we'll earn them as there are requests. They kind of come back a little bit faster. You get more pretty quick. And then I think for curious crafting, we have to talk to Manale here.
Hey, how are things?
Hey there, SurvivalVis. You're gonna love this. Finally found a way to put all those materials from afflicted monsters to good use. I call it curious crafting. Now, with this new forging technique, I can enhance your gear like never before. Exciting stuff. I was reluctant at first since the materials come from Qurios. Master Hammond told me we must take advantage of each and every option available to us in order to overcome our current situation. Which got me thinking, if Khmer can harness the power of the Rampage, we can do something similar. So let's get the show on the road. It's time to put this curious crafting to the test.
See you soon.
Okay, so this is the big thing that I want to read up on. So completing anomaly investigations reward you with afflicted materials. These materials can be used to further enhance your gear via curious crafting. Two types of afflicted materials. Those obtained from specific monsters and Amber Essence, which can be obtained from any type of anomaly quest. Afflicted materials can be obtained from certain monsters and anomaly investigations. These materials can also be obtained by completing anomaly investigations or by breaking monster parts or carving during anomaly investigations. So that's things like afflicted claw, afflicted pelt, afflicted bone, etc. Afflicted materials can be used for enhancing your equipment via curious crafting. Higher level anomaly investigations will reward higher quality materials. Certain materials can also be obtained from anomaly quests. Amber Essence can be obtained by completing anomaly investigations, generally used in all forms of curious crafting. Excuse me there. Higher level anomaly investigations will reward higher quality Amber Essence.
Hey, good to see you.
So, you can use materials from afflicted monsters to augment your weapons and armor via curious crafting. However, you must first enable augmentation to do so. Icon will only display once it has been enabled. Once fully upgraded fully upgraded weapons, master rank armor, can be augmented. Now, weapons that have been augmented cannot be rolled back. So basically, they have to be at the very end of their trees, and then, what is the cost to do anything here? Okay, so we can enable it, well, there's no rollback, so I don't have to worry about that, and there is a little bit of cost there. You got, should we try working with? What do I think I'd be using the most? That's actually a pretty good question, because I don't know which one I'd probably be using the Abyssal Hailstorm just because it has so much attack in there. So, let's see what we can do. We'll just use that. Okay. So weapons that are able to be augmented have exclusive slots called anomaly slots. You can enhance your weapon's stats by equipping augmentations. Note, before a weapon can be augmented, it must have augmentation enabled first. Each augmentation will change your weapon's stats in a unique way. They're organized by level, and each level requires a different number of anomaly slots. Finding perfect balance between which augmentations you want and how many anomaly slots are available is key to getting most out of weapon augmentation. So we could go for an attack boost, or infinity boost, or even add. So... okay, so this is how you get them. So, Afflicted Dragon Blood and Afflicted Shell. The only thing I can think of getting Afflicted Dragon Blood from is going to be, like, Risen Chameleos, or I think that's what it's called. Basically, like, from this title update. Afflicted Dire Scale, Afflicted Dire Claw. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff there I think I'm going to have to definitely earn and get up towards, so... can't really get anything there, but I could go in and try getting a little bit more here. Like, I can get an attack there. I don't know how hard to get the Afflicted Hide Plus, but that might be a better option to bring it up. Oh, jeez, it's really only just 5 per, eh? Like, that one would give us... I guess that's supposed to be 5, 10, 15. And there's only the one of that. Okay, so it wasn't really worth it too much on that one. What about the Rebel Stopper here? Like, there's an attack boost, an affinity boost, and a rampage slot upgrade. So there are a few ways there. Now, if you're curious armor crafting... okay, so I can enable on that one, so... oh, well, there's not really, I guess, an upgrade path for the armor, so I guess all of them could be available. Okay, I need Prime Amber Essence for that. Yeah, so I can't really do any of those. I guess I could look at just doing this, because it only takes the one of that. Let's just, again, just try small. Okay, so let's read up about on doing the armor stuff. When augmenting armor, you can boost its stats, add or upgrade decoration slots, or even add skills, but results available after augmentation will be randomized. The results will change each time you augment your armor, so try until you get the results you're satisfied with. Additionally, armor with a lower rarity will have greater potential for change and augmenting. Try augmenting various types of armor, create something unique. Okay, so that's interesting. What would it cost? Okay, it costs 2 of those. So that's actually interesting. That, I think, would give me an extra bit of defense, and
Let's get swinging.
that actually might have just saved me from... no, I don't think I'll do anything more. Yeah, so it just added on crit boost level 1 to this piece of gear.
I'll be here when you need me.
Which I think would mean now I could even take off one of my crit boost gems, or charms, or whatever you want to call them. No, I need the Tenderizer still. Yeah, I got crit boost 3 on the set now. So that is where the armor augmenting pin would be pretty powerful. However, it does require random every single time you go through, so this is where the endgame grind for Sunbreak really is. Just getting a lot of materials and hoping RNG blesses you. Okay, I'm just going to clear off all these because we've seen them a few times. Oh, I think that almost handled that. Okay, and there's something here. Oh, more anomaly investigation quests. It's time for more anomaly research. As usual, we'll be depending on you, but I'll do my best to assist you in any way possible. It looks as though more anomaly investigations are available, and with that, more afflicted monsters to slay. The more quests you complete, the further we may advance our research. No small task, but I have faith that you'll fulfill your duty.
Your spirit shines bright.
Yeah, so the quests, these ones are just kind of set if you have a specific monster and you know the afflicted material you're after. That's a small, easy way to do that, whereas the investigations... I guess we'll look at that here. You can search for anomaly investigations based on level and target monster. Make use of this feature when you're looking for a specific anomaly investigation. Quest count can hold up to 120 anomaly investigations at a time. When a new investigation appears, the oldest one will be deleted automatically. You can lock and all investigations so they won't be deleted automatically. Note, when you complete a locked investigation, level will go up as usual and some parts of it will be updated, but still remains locked. Okay, so there's that done. Yeah, so the little book is just like the requests for them.
Seeing how determined you are to overcome this calamity has inspired. Come again.
Okay, yeah, there's not too much I'm going to listen to her go through, but that's about everything there. So, now what I was going to do is I wanted to try figuring out a set that kind of works for me. Like, what am I looking for as what I'd want to be using, like my main ammo type? And thanks to a bit of lucky grinding, okay, I could get that up, but I'm actually going to look for, somewhere down here. Here we go, the Espinosse. So we're going to get the Rosengewehr Plus first. And God, that's actually something, maybe I'll do this episode too, is just figure out how much Zenny I have once I sell all of the account items, or like the just vendor items, because I've got a stockpile in the bank that I have not used at all. I know I'll put 15 in there. Okay, so we'll equip this. The reason I'm going to take this is I like the spread 2 it has as an option. Maybe if I can work the rapid fire, I can try to make a spread rapid fire light bowgun. Like the Cactus Saigon, it only has sticky and poison, so I don't think I'd use it that much. Although then again, it does have normal. I'll have to think on it, but I'm going to start playing around with this one first.
Fire with fire.
So, you know what? Let's see about just opening this up for it as well. Okay, so we got an attack boost we could equip. We got an affinity boost. I don't think we really need the affinity, or we could get a rampage slot upgrade. Well, we could if I could actually afford it. So, it might not actually be a bad idea to go with that. Oh, but it takes 20 total points. Okay, so maybe we won't do anything quite yet with it.
Be careful out there.
But let me see if I can play around with this a little bit. Just give this a moment. Okay, we'll drop all... Oh. My bad, didn't mean to switch over like that. Okay, so right now we've got the Archfiend armor, Serato, the Arachna, the gold. I think everything looks about okay there. Yeah, I'm going to, though, go for completely start from scratch. And one thing I do want to change already is I won't be needing the normal rapid fire, or normal rapid up. I think what I actually want to do is look at going... Oh, no, I should... Spread 3, or spread up is already on that is level 3, which is good. Let me also just decide to go ahead and get the power barrel on this to super up.
How are things?
Customize, there we go. Oh, the one thing, like for being the Espinosse, like just the base oh, you know what, I kind of actually like the silencer over the long barrel looks. Maybe we'll do that.
See you soon.
I thought it'd be a little bit more green in color, because this one... It might just be the lighting. It kind of looks brownish like Flaming Espinosse, even though this is the main light bowgun. Okay, but let's just see about getting some of these things put in proper. So, I want to get the Tenderizer in, because that's kind of like a basic to go for. I'd like to try to get the Salvo 3 on. So that's actually a good start to that. Okay, if I'm going to be doing a spread, I probably want to get in... Yeah, the Evade Extender. I don't need all 3 levels, but at least the 2 will be good. Let's get the Absorber on, because that's going to be helpful. I think I only need... Yeah, there's that fully done. So looks like I still have a couple of slots I can be playing around with. Now let me see... what I might want to grab, because I want at least something with a level 3 slot. So let's just see what we got here. That actually might not be a bad one, because that frees up the 4 slot. This is kind of everywhere you can start going into with things for like, okay, what do I want, what skills are best, how do I do this, etc. There is a tune-up on that one, and that might not be bad. Because I think the tune-up level... I might actually go for that. I think tune-up level 1 allows for the critical distance to, like, decrease with the bowgun you're using if it's a silencer. I'm just going to read up on that and make sure. Tune up. It's probably down there. Yeah, increase stats of silencer and shield. Neat. Okay. I thought that did something to the critical distance, but maybe not. Increase the stats of silencer and shield. Or maybe it's just the silencer on its own reduces the critical distance. Okay, well, either way, we're going to do that. We'll get the salvo there. Now, I'd kind of like to try to get the burst up if I can. Although I do need to get... I've got to actually go back into base rise and do some rare material farming to, like, get the thrift jewel. Because that one's very handy of a skill to have as any gunner.
Hey, good to see ya.
Let me see. Okay, you know what? I can make another change. So you know what? I'm going to do that. And see about trying to get that for a... I don't know if I'd really be using that many status effects, so I don't think that's one I'll go for. I've got that true shot already made. Okay, there's Fungiform, Draw. There's Precise. Greatly extends the range. That might be something interesting to work at. There's Mind Eye Jewel, Sprinter, Bubble. Yeah, now that I've gotten a few more of the anomaly materials, I'm opening up more of the skills, so... This is where I think Sunbreak can be both good and a little difficult, because there's so much to try to work with and figure out of what you want to use and put into places. It can be kind of hard to figure out exactly what you want. So I've got 2 slots to work with there. I got 1 there. I mean, I could slot something in like the true shot, not that I think I need that much. Let me go for the chain, because that one I can easily get to level 3. I've got 1, 2... Okay, I just got 2 of those, so maybe I'll do something simple like, say, the brace. And the steadfast. Just help a little bit there. And I don't suppose there's a spare shot level 4, is there? Actually, there might be. If there's a razor sharp like this, maybe there's something... like a spare shot plus, or like a thrift plus. I don't know for sure, but I just want to take a look in case. Survey seems to say no. Okay, well, so I can't exactly use that. So what would be a best thing to put in, like, the 4 slaughter? I mean, I do have the hard sniper that would let me extend the range a bit, but I don't know if I want that or I want to be up close. Decisions, decisions, decisions. God, there's so much you can really, like, think on and go over. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just slide on the... I'm thinking the thrift or the true shot. You know what? Maybe I'll do the true shot because I might try this out and see. And you know what? I wasn't sure if I would go on a hunt, but maybe we'll try to squeeze it in so that we kind of show off a little bit more and just try this out. Okay, we can take that. You know, I'm going to take the spread 1 and the spread 2 because I'm going to need the spread 1s, I'm pretty sure, for trying to craft any more of the spread 2. We're going to be working at rapid fire. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. I didn't know I could use a slicing shot on this. Okay, so that's all good. Let's see about trying to go after that Volvidon for the investigation request. Yeah, so we'll go for just a level 3. Again, I'm super early into this. I haven't done too much. So this will probably be a way that I'll be able to grind up that master rank towards the 100. And also just slide back more into Sunbreak. For whatever reason, I found Sunbreak hasn't really held me to, like, want to play as much as other Monster Hunters have in the past. Like, it might be because I've been holding off on it, trying to make sure I can keep the series like this going smoothly and there's not gaps of, like, story or content to it. But Sunbreak, I think there's not one big thing that really takes away from a game from this entry Monster Hunter, not like, say, 4 Ultimate had the leaping and mounting stuff that I didn't like for it, or Iceborne with the Clutch Claw. I think it's more like small little choices that have built up to kind of just have that attitude with it for me. Like, one of my big things is the Spear Birds, every single hunt having to go kind of across the map in order to just get them and do them to get yourself to your max stats. I can understand wanting to promote, like, exploration on the map, but I don't think it should have been something where it kind of feels arbitrary for every hunt to do so. I know I'm broken record again repeating myself, but I think if you basically had, like, a little grove... Like, say they put... Oh, let me bring the map up. Say they put, like, a little tree at the very base camp you always load into a quest, and every spear bird you find goes and perches on a branch there. So, you are encouraged to go explore the map to get every spear bird you can, but subsequent hunts don't require you going out on that path all the time. It's just, you find their location once, you collect it, and that kind of sends the bird to the camp, so every other quest to that area, you can just get all your buffs by stopping in at that first tree and then going right to what you want to do. You don't really have to do the process of, okay, monster might only be to my right there, but I need to go winding up and around through the entire area first for a little while. It's just, they wanted to streamline getting rid of some stuff like your cold and hot drinks, but they kind of replaced it with something that's more annoying. I'm sure there's probably people who disagree to that sentiment and like the going around, getting yourself prepared in that, but I just found for me, it was a novelty that wears off. Maybe not the quickest, but with enough time it does wear off. Another thing can kind of be too, with how dynamic and fluid you are now, it can kind of feel like certain monsters aren't that much of a challenge, or it feels like you can really just do things so much easier. Like, it's almost a little bit, and it's kind of weird to say in some regards, you're almost too dynamic and mobile with how you are in Rise and Sunbreak. Like, I think World kind of had a better balance where they introduced, yeah, you could use items on the move or that, but you still were, like, more grounded in having to run and dodge and stuff, where Sunbreak is basically the wire bugs are, you can go do anything, anywhere, anytime you kind of choose, as long as you have one ready. It's just little things like that, which, again, it's not like one big deal breaker or easily identified. I think it might just be, for me, it's all these little things that just kind of add up together and aren't quite for me. Or they don't kind of give me the experience of past Monster Hunter games that have kept me so well or had me so gripped by them. Okay, so that's who we're looking for. And I know we did the, oh, that's actually one thing that's interesting is sometimes the small monsters get the crap kicked out of them. I'll also have to try to figure out what the critical range is on this. Okay, it's going to be... I'm actually not sure where it is. Oh, there it is. It is pretty close. And I don't know if he's going to have a... Okay, no. So small monsters, if they are, like, in their afflicted states with the afflicted cores, I think they call them anomaly instead, but they kind of go back and forth a little bit on their terminology. Ah, yes, he's kind of hard to get the correct critical distance with the critical firepower switch skill. You gotta be super close for it. So I think I might actually want to switch either switch to using the long barrel, or maybe what I would do is instead of the true shot I have, change it to like the hard steady jewel, or like the deviation down one. Because with that gives you a little bit of an up to like your critical range. So that might give me a little bit more of the distance I want. Yeah, because I think this is a little too... Oh, there we go. Okay, so managed to break enough of the cores. That kind of knocked him out of that state. Yeah, I don't want, like, to be a melee fighter. Because basically, the gun is point blank inside the monster right now to get this critical range. Though I do think it's not doing too bad damage. If it's doing, like... I think it's doing close to 80... Oh, that was the last of my spread 2s, so just make some more. Yeah, so I'd probably guess it might be doing, say, 100 per volley. Well, no, more than 100 per volley, but, like... Okay, so fires 3 volleys out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I think, like, each little bout of those is about 100 damage each. So that's not too bad, I think. It is just going to be trying to get the critical distance quite right. And we'll see. Oh, another paralysis proc got off. I have to admit, since I gave the buddies those, they have been super helpful because they get at least 2 off per hunt. And we can just keep on blasting in. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to try to get a spare shot on this set. But actually, I should check. If we have the ability to layer weapons, I wonder if I could layer the silencer look onto a light bowgun that has the long barrel equipped. Because one of the things I've found a lot, like past monster hunters, I guess we'll grab the dung because that has the anomaly points. One thing about the light bowgun looks is I've often found the silencers generally look better than the long barrels. Usually the long barrel is literally just a barrel lengthened for the bowgun model, but when it comes to the silencers, those ones often seem to be kind of like more of the base monster, or a little bit more style is put into them. Oh, a little too early for that. I gotta admit, that's one thing that's... Ooh, there we go. Kind of handy to have when going up against Volvidon is the Wyvern Glass. Now, I don't know if Volvidon's going to be... Oh. Okay, I definitely want to get a spare shot on this set. Because I'm going through the spread 2s pretty quick. I still feel like they're doing a decent amount of damage for, like, going off. Ooh, ooh, right in the face. Patience paid off there for Runa. Yeah, it's not... I'm not sure if it's quite point blank or it's a little different. It's kind of funny, though, with what the critical range with what the critical range is right now for this light bowgun. When Volvidon stands up, his head's actually out of the ranging for it, I think. Oh. Oh, that's right, I haven't even actually, had him through a wyvern ride yet. Kinda forgot. We'll smack you into this one. Guy's kind of a slow bugger, ain't he? Oh, okay, so he's hit his critical point, or like his limping point now. So he shouldn't have too much health as long as I can actually, again, reach him for the critical distance. Although I do gotta be careful, because although not as hard-hitting as Crimson Glow Ballstrax, you can see the monsters still are able to pack some pretty strong punches.
Be careful!
And there was Anomaly Burst. Okay, so yeah, I'm not actually sure. God, the critical distance for normal 2 is super close as well. I thought I'd just switch over so I don't have to make more shots. Oh, crap. Somebody want to help me out? Okay, almost gone before it could go off. Yeah, the anomaly monsters hit a little harder. I think the bigger threat from them, though, comes from the blighting effect that kind of happens. Basically, I'm trying to think if there's another status effect like it, but I don't really think there is. It's just if you get hit by that and you have the status, your healing is cut in half, but you can heal by, like, doing damage to the monster. Actually, this is one... that might be a shot type that could have a lot more use now that I'm thinking about it, is the shrapnel. Like, given the anomaly or afflicted monsters have those little cores, maybe shrapnel is going to be helpful for being able to hit multiple of those at once. I'll have to keep playing around with this and see, but I do know one big change to make is going to be probably take off the true shot. Well, actually, no, I'll have to see because again, there's so many little variables to play around and work with. As much as they streamlined the skill system, I feel like they expanded it to now having so many different skills to be able to slot and pick and put in. You're going to have a lot of time just trying to figure out and tweak and tinker to make what build you want to make or what one performs the best. But I do feel like, for me, Light Bowgun with Rapid Fire is what I prefer with it, because that's kind of like its unique thing. For Heavy Bowgun, it's kind of hard to say. I'm not sure if I'd lean to like the Wyvern Snipe and the Wyvern Heart being its unique things, or more so just the fact that it's such a powerful and damaging weapon. Everybody's going to have different things for their favorite weapon. They can easily gush or go over why it's their favorite. Yeah, we got a few new things, nothing too much. We got a few more points. Anomaly research level went up. Okay, and we got a few more investigations for level 5 Volvidon, level 5 Viragi, and level 4 Kuluyaku. This is still baby's first anomaly hunts, or anomaly investigations, so probably up until level 10 or 15, they're going to probably stay around like these simple, easy beginner monsters. But we've got that done. I'll check and play around with some stuff. And yeah, that's just kind of like a little bit of an episode to go over some of the stuff I haven't shown and the curious crafting and whatnot. But before I do forget, I want to see about the... Okay, let me see about, say, customizing the bowgun. Let's say, put the long barrel on. And if I do forged layered weapons... So let's just say, let me find Espinoz. There it is. So if I do 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, it says that's currently equipped.
Hey, thanks.
Let me try another one. Maybe what happens is whatever customizations the bowgun has carry over into the layered form. So, you know what? This is a neat one that I haven't actually seen yet. So let's just plunk that on. Yeah, I think that's what's happened here. And on back. Yeah, so I think that's how it operates. Is if you're using the layered bowguns, whatever the customization option is for the base one you're using, that carries over into the layered weapon as well. So if you have a power barrel on the main weapon and you put a layered look on it, it's going to have that layered look with its power barrel extension. I gotta admit, I kind of like the... This is a neat look for a light bowgun. It's like a reverse draw compound crossbow, actually, with all the pulleys and gears in there. Okay, so that's how that works. Again, I'd still have to go through and take a look at stuff. But I gotta admit, I like the Iceborne's better, where you could actually have the bowgun customization was more like internal with a lot more to tweak, and then the looks were just like a layered option you could pick. It's like, even just for a quick moment here before we do end off, we'll say, take a look. Like, it does vary a lot, quite a bit. Certain bowguns have a lot different look between long barrel and silencer. I just, for myself, have found the silencer usually kind of feels a little more, well, sometimes more fitting. I guess it really does depend each model or each bowgun. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I'll probably put you back to that. Layered weapon, I'll probably take this look off just to go back to the Espinoz, because I still do like the look of that. That kind of gives me the idea of, like, light scout weapon in a way. Okay, here we go. Layered equipment does not function like normal equipment. Style allows you to change the look of Hunter without affecting your stats. Changing layered weapon requires that you have same weapon type equipped to use layered weapon. You can't put a layered longsword look onto a hammer, basically. And if a layered rampage weapon has the layered weapon applied, layered weapons weapons appearance will take priority. So if you are just playing base Rise, and you had the ones where you could change like the pigment looks, I think it just changed pigment, or could you actually change the look of it? I can't remember now. Okay, but let's just take that off, get that back to where it is there. Maybe I'll try that and see, because if I do just do a quick little check with nail, I know I say we want to wrap this up. This is the last thing to check. Hello, nail. Customize. Yeah, so if I... Okay, so the silencer dampens sound, making it hard for monsters to target the user, and slightly reduces recoil, also shortens critical distance. That might be why I'm getting targeted so often in solo hunting, because I'm using the long barrel. The silencer might help break up how off. Okay. And long barrel. Extends barrel length, improving firepower, also increases critical distance. So it might be something if I want to use... Oh, it's like tweaking back and forth. Like base weapon. This will give you the nice attack bonus, but at a further distance out. But that might actually not be bad because of where we were. No, I don't know. Again, there's just so much to try to, like, think on and go over. But yeah, that was Volvidon there. Just kind of saying, okay, these are some of the afflicted materials you can get from that. That's that. And, oh, I guess just a ticket or something, maybe? Oh, no, Bahari. Oh, Actually, what's this? Sup, SurvivalVis? Thanks to you crushing those anomaly quests, my research is going great. Have another ticket on me. Looking forward to more collaboration. Oh, okay, just that. Okay, yeah, so now we are good to wrap this episode up. A bit of a weird one, but I wanted to do like a little thing just going over some stuff I hadn't, show that off, try something out. A little bit more Monster Hunter never hurts for the channel, I think. But thank you all for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.